right, third time's a charm. All right. So yeah, we tweeted the video, but yeah, it's a little bit of a concept, but it's something that we're right now working on.
We're gonna give it another go, guys.
Give it another go. Third time's a charm. Let's play the video.
I do believe that worked that time.
That worked that time. All right. No, so the card is something that we are working on right now, and Simplex has definitely enabled us to do a lot when it comes to fiat. So it's a service that they offer. It's not us offering it, but it's a service that they're going to be offering.
Yes.
With our wallet.
Yes. And I think, I'll allow you to explain it in layman's terms. Essentially, what that's going to allow people to do is a serious, serious deal.
Yeah. So the buy button, for example, you go from fiat to Safemoon. Well, what's the exit point? A card. You know, you're able to take a card and then swipe it and buy Starbucks. You know, the amount of money I spend at Starbucks, you know, it'd be nice to...
Caffeine.
Caffeine. No. But so we're going to be doing the card here shortly. Not shortly. Here in the near future with the rollout of the wallet. Fiat on-ramp is part of that, and also fiat, opposite of on-ramp, exit ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exit ramp,
anyway, so the color of the cards, that was kind of a concept, but the color of the cards may change. And we'll release, the final one here in the near future.
Yeah, I think just to touch back on what you said about the entry and exit, we speak a lot about ecosystems.
Yes.
Don't we? And I think that's this is a huge example of that. We're really trying to bring everything to create that ecosystem with yourselves, with the community, and internally as well. It's a huge. I'm really, really excited about it.
Dude, it's great. But don't forget, we still have the Safemoon exchange. So Thomas's team, our CTO, the developers have been growing rapidly.
Yes.
We've made some significant hires in that space.
Since
welcome to the team. We are also what was it? It was Solidity devs. Yeah, we got a few Solidity devs coming on.
A few.
Here very shortly. A few, and I think we might have to get some more. So please keep sending your resumes to Thomas and Hank. You can find it on their Twitter where to do it. I believe it's email it to Hank.
Yes.
Hank at safemoon.ltd.
Yes.
Yeah. So email your resumes. Solidity devs only right now. All right. Big ticket item.
Right, this is a huge deal.
Yeah.
It's a huge deal. And, as you guys know, I'm just going to do a little intro here and then I'm going to let John take over because it's our baby.
Yep.
Absolutely, as a whole team. But I know John put so much time and effort into this. And he's been teasing the hell out of you guys for ages. And I know that, I just see him sitting there sometimes. I'm trying to speak to him and he just goes like this. And I know he's either typing in one of the chats or he's just writing some notes down to himself.
Yep.
I'll let you intro it.
All right. So we're fast approaching our full unveil of Operation Pheonix. And Operation Pheonix is a little bit of a journey, but it's mainly a bunch of different complex things coming together to create an evolution. And we've been taking our time in an efficient manner to get it right, and get it right the first time. So we wanted to introduce you to a key figure that we've been talking to within Operation Pheonix, and share with you one of the many endless ways that Safemoon is going to change the world and change a lot of different things.
Absolutely.
So I had a call earlier with the Gambian ambassador at large, Sungkung Jawara. Specifically in regards to Operation Pheonix and Safemoon. So, it was a very long video. It was about, 2 hours?
Yeah, so multiple calls. I think this one was one of the most integral ones that John really wanted to share personally, as well as us as the team. We thought, we hit that point, like we always say, we want to make sure that we bring you guys information when it's relevant and when it's the right time. So what we've done is we've edited it down into the most important factors so that you guys can get the best input of information while we run this live stream. So we hope you enjoy the video.
Please enjoy the video. Yep.
Yes, my name is Sangkung Jawara. I hail from the Gambia, and I am the ambassador at large for Gambia. One of my responsibilities is to make sure that I vetted businesses that can come to Gambia and help improve our economy, work with the Gambian people, and bring a lot of opportunities to Gambia. And I'm delighted and happy to partner with Safemoon, which is going to help us in that aspect. So we are very happy and thrilled to work with Safemoon in that respect. Thank you.
So the community is really excited to meet you. Project Pheonix is something that we've been working on in the background. It's multiple pieces being all brought together, with the most important piece being the implementation in the Gambia. And I wanted the community to be able to meet Sankun. Sankun, can you give an introduction on yourself?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Safemoon, for the opportunity. The Gambia, a lot of people, when you talk about the Gambia, a lot of people don't know the Gambia because of its size and its location. Gambia is one of the smallest countries in West Africa. It's about 2.5 million people. It's a British colony. It derived its independence in 1965. It's surrounded by Senegal, which is also in West Africa, but we do have beautiful beaches, the Atlantic Ocean, and by the way, the name the Gambia derived from the river, which is called the River Gambia, which originates from the Fouta Highlands in Guinea. It's a very beautiful country. People are warm, very welcoming. You all hear about the African hospitality. You will see that in full display in the Gambia.
Can you go over, like, you gave a slight history on the Gambia. One of the things I wanted to touch on, Sankun, can you go into that a little bit more?
Yes. Because of our location, geolocation, that's a great opportunity for Gambia. NASA has partnered with the Gambia for their emergency landing, at the Gambia airport. But because of the position, we are right on the equator, and it makes it much easier, for NASA to land in the Gambia. And we were very excited in going in that partnership before with them until recently when we had the political change. But we are now jumpstarting that opportunity.
Sankung, from your point of view and from the Gambian government and everything, what can Safemoon do to enable entrepreneurship inside the Gambia?
We know in Africa, especially when it comes to technology, a lot of time, we are the last, to benefit from. So this is all different. This is new, and Gambia being one of the first in Africa to be able to do that, I think that's incredible. We all knew about telephones. Africa, despite poverty and lack of technology, we know that a lot of people in Africa have cell phones. But what do we do with the cell phones? So now we talk about business transaction that Safemoon can actually help. So imagine giving that power to the people to be able to do business and transact whilst they are sitting, miles away, that doesn't have running water or doesn't even have electricity. So it's just amazing how this can take Gambia into the high ground. So like we said, people in the rural areas, be able to transact, they have their products that they can actually transact that with the people in the greater Banjul area, which is the capital city. That is amazing. Yep. That's something that would help a lot of, small businesses who are there, don't know exactly, how to reach, some of these big markets, especially yep. moving it from one area to another.
Yeah, and in other conversations that we had, Sankun, we talked about the Gambia becoming a digital nation. And that's ultimately they want to essentially just bypass and go straight to being an information-based society.
And we want to make sure that Gambia, stand out as a model country in the region, to be able, and with our size, I think we will be able to do that. And the government has plans and making sure that, businesses have all the incentives that is needed, to help, push that agenda ahead. So that tells you that Gambia is actually ready to get into, the bigger things ahead. And with Safemoon, I can tell you that it's going to be an incredible partnership, and the Gambia is going to really enjoy it. And it's going to elevate people.
The way our tokenomics work and how they would play, people are able to hold Safemoon. And when they hold Safemoon, they earn more Safemoon through just holding it. So How do you feel that plays out with people?
Oh, that is tremendous. That is great. Knowing that you don't have to transact in Dalasi. I mean, you can do it in with Safemoon tokens. I mean, that is incredible.
Yeah, and kind of going into, so this is more addressing the community. Some of the features that we're working on with the wallet is simplicity, um, and education is also a huge piece of that. Because if you're able to provide a simple product, the education piece to actually allow people to use it or to educate them on how to use it becomes a much less daunting task. But it also connects them to the rest of the planet at that
Yeah,
point as well.
which is very important, as a matter of fact. That connectivity that you're talking about. Those barriers, trade barriers, are gonna go. I mean, and then people will be able to move around with crypto. It's just amazing how people can actually move around and be able to transact. In different businesses. Like I said, Gambia, we are not just looking at the Gambia. I mean, having this opportunity, we are thrilled, but we wanted to move it to other African countries, so they can also benefit from, what the Gambia is benefiting from. And that empowers people, because that's what we need now in Africa. Like I said, usually when technology comes, we are the last people, that benefit from it. But with, partnering with SafeMoon, it looks like we are just going to be ahead of the line. But also importantly is the safety of it. So you can have hackers, hacking into government resources, but with crypto, we know it's very safe.
And I completely agree. And one of the other things, like, we know it's safe, but we're always striving to make it safer. And how is the central bank gonna come into play with this, Sankung?
Well, it's going to help the central bank because most of the transaction, like I said, is done in Dalasi. And now
Yeah.
knowing that it's going to give them that power to be able to do a lot of transactions. And like I said, the safety, for instance, which is a great deal. And they will be able to less printing of the Dalasi, which is going to save them a whole lot. And there will be a lot of transactions, which eventually is going to bring a lot of money and resources to Gambia. So there is a lot of benefit that the central bank, derive from this project.
Well, also the privacy in transactions as well with blockchain.
Oh no, that's very important because you have a lot of Gambians in the diaspora,
Yeah.
and given the economic the economic situation in the Gambia, a lot of people send money regularly. I mean, including myself when I'm outside. So you have families over there. You're able to send money. I mean, transacting through the old method of doing it. So in doing it with crypto, I think that would be an amazing thing to do. It's going to save people a lot of time. It's going to save them, even money, all those fees, that you're doing in transacting that. So that is another area. And investors sometimes also have trouble in, moving money from, outside to the Gambia.
And for infrastructure projects as well, but using cryptocurrency and using a mechanism like Safemoon, you're able to fund infrastructure projects in that fashion.
Yeah, and another
So
thing, of course, with Safemoon, one of the reasons also we are partnering with them. We know it's not Safemoon is looking out for Gambia. They want to bring in projects. They want to work with the Gambians, something that would be beneficial to Gambia or the Gambians.
we're really excited to be working with you, Sankung. So
Yes, same here. We can't wait to have Safemoon in the Gambia. I mean, you did mention about the inflation and the up and down of the currency. I mean, years ago, the Gambia dollar, the dalasi, as the dollar was about $7 to a dollar, but now you're talking about 50. So you see, the gymnastics involved in that. So that's why crypto, I mean, introducing it in the Gambia, I think would help a lot in terms of, stability, making sure that the markets are stable. Yeah.
definitely. Anyway, Sankung, I really want to thank you for your time. We're super excited to come work in the Gambia. So anyway, and then Safemoon community, I'll thank you on behalf of them. And anyway, we're really excited to launch Operation Pheonix with you guys. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Safemoon. We look forward to, for you guys coming into Gambia. Like I said, Gambia is beautiful. Please, if you get a chance, come over, visit the Gambia. We have a lot to offer. Thank you very much, Safemoon, for the opportunity. We look forward to working with you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I know this is one of the longer videos we played on this live stream, but it's important to discuss it.
It's an absolutely incredibly huge conversation.
Yeah.
That's just been ongoing for a while now, and we definitely we thought that, like we always talk about the times to bring stuff forward, and this was definitely the best time to do that, with the biggest movements thus far. And
I'm going to go and let's talk about the Gambia. So the Gambia, they have a population about 2.5 million people, as Sun Kung said in the video during our last phone call. Beautiful country. There's a lot of technological innovations that weren't mentioned in that conversation. They're right now revitalizing their telecom infrastructure. They're going straight to 5G and fiber optic.
Yes.
So that's right now in the works with them.
They already have a vast 3G network, which is great for Safemoon because it's very low bandwidth.
Fun fact about the Gambia, they were actually putting fiber in, 15, 20 years ago?
Yes.
Before the United States even thought about fiber.
Yeah.
So, they've always been on the forefront of innovation. They just went through a transition to democracy, and I think it's a great place to be.
They're seriously progressive.
Yeah, and this is going to be one of the first African markets that we integrate with. There's some other partners that we're currently having conversations with in a similar regard, but the Gambia is definitely one of the first.
Yeah, I think it's really important which I know you're going to go through now.
Yeah.
It's so important to that people actually understand, and as we go through, the next coming weeks, more mechanics will be shown like we always do. But it's important that people really understand how much of a big deal this is.
Yeah,
it's huge.
This is probably one of the largest adoption or use cases to come out in cryptocurrency in a long while.
Yeah.
So we're working closely with them, and this has been a conversation and a negotiation that's been taking place in the back end. There's a few people who guessed it relatively early on. There are two people that guessed all the pieces of Operation Pheonix. I'm not going to tell you who they were.
We can't do that because this is just one portion,
It's one of the larger portions, it's the
one of the larger
adoption portion.
I might add, it's not the full.
No, it's not.
And people are going to hate that probably.
Yeah,
and love it at the same time.
Yeah.
But that is what it is. We've got much more to come.
Yeah, anyway, so this is one of the first places that we're going on the African markets. It was in our roadmap. We've been discussing it, and we're really excited to be partnering with them. Especially the fact that it's something that's being done with them also on the government level. It's not just going into a country and being like, oh, here's Safemoon.
Not just corporate.
No, we're working with the Gambia to integrate it into their their daily lives.
Yes.
So there's going to be some mass adoption that's taking place with that. So we're really excited to announce it. We're really excited to show you guys, and we'll be giving more updates, here in the near future. So,
thank you very much for watching.
I think this is a perfect dive into the live Q&A.
I'm sure there's a lot of them.
Yep. Okay. All right. First question here in the live Q&A: is the Gambia Operation Pheonix, or is it just an example of what Operation Pheonix can do for those in poor areas who are ruled by banks? So, okay, I'm going to deconstruct that real quick.
Yeah.
The Gambia is not ruled by banks, and this is a problem that a lot of Western countries actually have when they're talking about Africa in general.
Yeah.
Each country within Africa is much different than the next. It's just like you wouldn't say that Germans are the same as people in the UK. Different cultures, different foods, and so the Gambia is different than other countries. Each one has beauty, environment, everything, and it's all different, and even culture. Languages, everything. So the Gambia is the first place that we're integrating into in terms of Africa.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, the second portion of the question is is this Operation Pheonix? No, this is a piece of Operation Pheonix. This is albeit a very large piece. This is just a piece. So we'll be releasing the technical portion of Operation Pheonix once I get the A-OK from Thomas and his department saying that they're ready for release.
And I love that this isn't the technical portion.
No, it's awesome. Yeah. So the technical portion, as some of you have already figured out, the wallet, the exchange, and the two people who guessed it, the other three things that they were talking about is also part of Operation Pheonix.
Yes.
And then there's one more piece that nobody Nobody has guessed, but it's actually pretty large. So.
Got to keep a surprise.
Surprise. You know. No, that'll be revealed with the full launch of Operation Pheonix.
Yes. This is a good one. Will the Safemoon wallets have a web application?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Unequivocally. It's really important. You guys know, and we'll reiterate it as many times as we need to. Adoption and ease of use is a huge deal. Like we've always said, a lot of cryptocurrency areas are quite outdated or difficult, and we're working on a daily basis and hourly basis to make sure that's as smooth as possible. So absolutely, we'll have a web application.
Okay, one of the questions is, why does the Gambia matter to me as a Safemoon holder? Now I'm going to take it at its literal form and take some of the other stuff out of that question. So I'm not going to put any implications in that question. So why does it matter to a Safemoon holder is it's mass adoption. So it's essentially 2 million holders and a huge use case.
Yep.
Also for future integrations, starting off with the Gambia it's going to open up doors to more markets to integrate Safemoon as a cryptocurrency to do transactions and everything else.
Yeah.
And why does that matter? Transactions equal reflections.
Yes.
At a mass scale.
Yeah.
So
I think on the community front as well, it's a huge use case to just do a massive amount of good in the world as well.
Yep.
There are a lot of systems that are outdated. There are a lot of people that are working very hard in order to improve their government systems, their corporate systems, tech industry, and we're so excited to work with them on that. It's a huge deal.
Yeah, and the Gambia is like the perfect launchbed for this because it shows that cryptocurrency is a viable option, across the board.
Yeah.
So it's not just a win for Safemoon; it's actually a win for every cryptocurrency out there with an adoption of this size.
And it shows when someone's willing to actually look at something as a viable option. That's what makes it happen.
Yep.
When people actually want to look at something and say, hey, if we all work together, this can really do some good here.
Yes.
And that's what the Gambia are doing. So it's fantastic.
Yep. The next question I got is, what are the 3 big priorities for Safemoon for the next 3 months? So first off, yeah.
The line of priorities.
Yeah. The line of priorities is this. Actually, you go into priorities.
It's a line. The wallet, absolutely. It's so difficult.
I got this. I got this. So the wallet, the exchange, and Operation Pheonix are the 3 priorities of Safemoon. So, and of course, with each pillar or priority, there's micro tasks that take place underneath it. But to sum it up, the exchange, the wallet, Operation Pheonix.
Fiat on-ramping has been a huge priority this week.
That's part of the wallet, each piece feeds into each one.
We wanted to bring that forward before.
Definitely.
That's definitely been a first priority in this case, because once that's all set up, it feeds, like John said, directly into the wallet.
Yep.
It's a great first step into that.
Mm-hmm. Next question is, basically they're asking about meetups with the community. COVID dependent, we are looking at the soonest date possible to have meetups with community members.
Yeah.
Would love one to have one.
Would love to do one.
In London would be great.
Yeah.
The Gambia, definitely. The United States.
That'd be lovely, yeah.
Yep. So we are looking at those options. So next question that I have, and then I'll let you read off some. Will you be able to send any Safemoon purchased via Simplex to any wallet or exchange where you are already holding? Yes. Yeah.
This is a simple one.
Yeah, that is a very simple question.
It's a good one. It's a good one for us to answer.
Complex question, but it's a very simple answer.
Yep.
So, somebody asked, why are you hiring so many Solidity devs? Are they working on a blockchain? No comment. Next question.
Love it. Yeah, I can see that one as well. That's not the same one, which is great.
Yep.
What is your favorite feature of the Safemoon wallet? I think we can maybe both pick one. Yours might be similar to mine. I really do love, there's multiple, but I do love the cancel feature on the transfers. Mm-hmm. I think it's such a simple thing that is just such a useful one too.
Yep.
A lot of the times it's human nature to not question a decision sometimes or regret one until you've made it. And I think that is the epitome of that that use. As soon as you make a transfer, you might have that, I didn't send it correctly, or you might just have the feeling, did I send the right amount? So when you get that sudden realization or that rush of clarity, you can then go back and have the opportunity and the time to change that transfer, which I think is really important.
Mine is the calculator on there.
Yeah, it's very good.
It makes it easy.
Yes, so when you're dealing with that many decibels.
Yep. So you want to dive into what the FUD or
I would love to. It's my favorite. Let's do it.
All right. Okay. So, this is a good one. Is it too late to buy Safemoon? Well, easy answer to that is it is never too late to get into cryptocurrency in general. So, I mean, cryptocurrency is still at its eve.
Yes, we've spoken on this before, and I think we're not the only people in the world that do that on a daily basis. Cryptocurrency is so new still. The technology that's arising, the communities that are building, the use cases, the implementation is just never ending, and it's so exciting and fast paced that it's definitely not too late to get into it. And better late than never is a very famous saying.
Yep. The next piece, next FUD is all right. Is Safemoon environmentally friendly?
Absolutely.
Simple answer is yes.
Yes.
And any future developments that we're doing, we have that heavily in mind. You can't mine Safemoon. The way you get more Safemoon tokens is by holding. So.
Yes, there's no. I'm sure you guys know. It's no mystery that Bitcoin is seriously power hungry.
Yep.
When it comes to energy usage, and I know a lot of people have come up with some seriously creative ways to obtain that power and maintain the usage of it. But as you guys know, it goes further on, or you may know, it gets more and more difficult to mine Bitcoin. So that gets increasingly difficult, which means the power usage is more difficult. Now with Safemoon, that's not a thing at all. It's not an exponential use of power usage. And like John said, as we go forward, everything that we implement, we will have a green mentality at a serious priority. And that one, I'll say for once, it's not on the line. It's above it.
It is a top priority. It's a consideration that we look into for each development that we're doing.
Yeah. I think it's important to say that, nothing against other coins out there, or tokens or any of the businesses.
Projects.
Anything in the world. Everybody does what they can. Some people do drive, fuel-heavy cars over electric cars, and things are still being implemented, and certain people don't have access to certain technologies. But I think nobody's perfect, and you make the best decisions you can to be green, or hopefully the most of us, the best part of us do, and we will continue to go forward and do that with everything we do.
Yeah, I mean, we want to go to the moon, but we don't want to leave the Earth a wreck on the way up.
Exactly, we want to see how beautiful it is by the time we get up there.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Let's play the video one more time before we go into the next live Q&A.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that the community want to see those assets again. Yeah. It's fantastic.
It is on Twitter, so
yes, it is.
After this live stream, you'll be able to see it more on Twitter. But let's dive back into the next portion of the Q&A.
Absolutely.
All right.
Let's have a look through these.
Okay. Is Safemoon working with banks soon? As you saw in the conversation I had with the ambassador at large, we are working with the Gambian financial system. So yes, the plan is to integrate with banks, but it needs to be done in a responsible manner. So we are working through that process right now.
Yeah. And as you stated before as well, if anybody has any questions about regulatory or anything of that standpoint, we will always make sure that everything we do aligns with Safemoon's mission, goal, and ethos. Yeah. So that's not a worry on our front. We're always going to move where we need to make our goals happen.
Yep. Speaking of goals, somebody asked, what's the end goal for Safemoon? Okay, it's a little bit of a game, not theology, but game philosophy. There's finite games, and then there's infinite games. So, you have Minecraft, there's no finite end. And then you have Halo campaign, which is a finite, you beat the game, you're done.
Yeah.
Safemoon is a infinite game. We're always planning on innovating and evolving, so there is no real end goal, but we have big goals. And so Operation Pheonix, the exchange, and the wallet are some of our goals here in the near future.
Yeah, and I think that's really seriously integral.
Not even goals; they're objectives.
They're objectives,
and we're very close to achieving them.
I think it's really important to not just in business but in personal life as well, is to have goals and objectives, and as soon as you hit those, to continue setting yourself more. We have no plan to stop innovating and evolving, and we have so much to achieve, and have already achieved so much together as a team, as a community, and we're going to keep absolutely smashing the goals and objectives and keep going through them. So there is no end in sight for what we have, and we have some very, very long-term plans, very, very long-term plans as well. So
so one of the questions another question that we got, how do you plan to give a quote-unquote utility to the coins? Actually, with the fees and reflection, it's more useful to hold Safemoon for a long time. So if you add some ways to use it, don't you fear that it will fail due to that? We'll answer the first one. The Gambia, huge utility, huge adoption. So I mean, it's a big deal.
Yep.
There's some other stuff in terms of utility that's going to come into play with some upcoming announcements. Some of them within the NFT space.
Yes.
And some of them within the bridge space.
Yes.
So for you people who are more interested in the technical versus the social aspect of Safemoon, we do have some big technical announcements coming out here in the near future. And then in terms of people using Safemoon, and do you fear that it will fail due to that? No.
Not at all.
Not even close. That's not even a...
No.
Do you fear, asteroids coming down? No. No. So, no, we're not worried about that. So anyway, big use cases coming out from the social aspect. I'll even say the social aspect, being used as a way to regularly transact within a country.
Yep.
And, who's to say, I gotta be careful with my words. Our
I know.
in-house counsel gonna get mad at me if I say something wrong. But who's to say that after the Gambia that there's not other mass adoption cases that take place? So people using Safemoon to transact it's actually a huge use case, because the reflections that come back to the holders is big. So,
it is. Yes, it is. That's a perfect description.
Next question I have. Somebody just came to the stream halfway. Have you discussed Operation Pheonix yet? Yes, we have. We recommend you watch the video again.
Yes.
So.
Yes, this stream will be available to watch back offline.
Yes.
And please do so, because there's been some fantastic news in it.
Yep. One of the questions I got is update on when the Safemoon wallet will be released. I know there is no timeline, but even a ballpark would be nice. We don't do ballparks.
We don't do ballparks. We do definitives.
Definitives, yeah. Why would we give inaccurate information like some people? Like, we pride ourselves on providing accurate information to the community, and we hold our third parties to that same standard.
Yeah, we would rather, instead of saying a ballpark figure, we would rather know the figure and come out and say 3 weeks.
CoinMarketCap.
So CoinMarketCap.
Sorry. We don't like ballpark figures.
No.
So. All right.
I've had a question. Did you crash Discord too? I think that question is, did you crash Discord too?
Let's not even invite that.
No.
It happened once before.
No. Let's not do that again.
Simplex, we're sorry.
Yep.
So I think that wraps it up for questions.
I think, I think so. I think I've hit all of mine, actually.
Yeah. Okay, well, so just to recap, so the plan for this week going ahead is we've got some exchange announcements upcoming.
Yes, we do.
Some of those exchanges we were trying to announce this week, but they got delayed because of the Bitmart reflections and us having to handle that. Mm-hmm. We will be the Safemoon wallet development continues. Same with the exchange.
Absolutely.
And then I apologize. The Apollo 10 was canceled for this week, so we'll be holding that next week. For those of you within the Apollo 10 chat, I will give you guys an update on when we will be having our discussion this week. And for those of you who don't know what the Apollo 10 is, it's just 10 community members, me and Jack, having just a conversation. No, there's no new information put out there. It's just an opportunity for us to converse and connect in a less formal capacity. So.
And to potentially join in on that, you can tweet us at Safemoon Apollo 10, hashtag Safemoon Apollo 10.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's it.
That is it. I might be enough ridiculously exciting news for one AMA.
Yep.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed that.
I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm John Caroni. I'm the CEO of Safemoon.
And I'm Jack Haynes, the COO of Safemoon.
Thank you for watching.